video today with my Voloom. My videos styling my hair with my Voloom on, I think it was Instagram, has gone sort of viral again lately. So I've been getting a lot of questions and comments and concerns. People who have a Voloom or bought a Voloom or are concerned about buying a Voloom because they're afraid of seeing the texture that it creates. So if you haven't seen my other Voloom video, I will put it up here. But what this tool does is you basically crimps this little checker pattern into your hair and creates a ton of volume with no product, just texture. It is great if you have super fine flat hair like me, because as much as I can flip my hair around and make it look good, you know, throughout the day, if I'm not constantly fluffing my hair, it will fall very flat, even with product in it. So I love this tool for that reason, because this thing will create texture that just lasts. So the biggest concern that I see people talk about is, like I said, seeing the texture. So I'm gonna be so for real with you guys. If you are someone like me and you like to flip your hair around constantly, then yeah, chances are you are going to see the texture that this tool creates. But if you can commit to a part, I will show you how you can hide it in a way that you're really probably not gonna see it. So today we are gonna commit to this side part. This is sort of like my natural side part. I don't really, part my hair in the same place all the time, but if I kind of let my hair do its own thing, it kind of parts here. So we're gonna go with this part today. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go by the 3-finger rule. I'm gonna go 3 fingers from either side of my part and 3 fingers from around my face. So I'm gonna take that section, I'm gonna take that section, and I'm gonna clip it out of the way. And then I will also avoid this 3-finger wide section around the front of my face. And the 3-finger rule is typically enough to hide any texture. It's also a great rule for clip-in hair extensions, anything like that. So then we just take our sections and create our texture. And another tip is I will typically texturize down the hair strand a couple bits, but if you want to make it a little easier to hide, just 1 clamp right up near the scalp. You don't want to go further down, because obviously the further down you go, the more that is able to peek out. So I'm also not going to go down to my hairline. I'm going to keep, again, that 3-finger rule sort of away from all edges of my hair. And I don't have to be super tidy with this. I mean, you don't want the sections to be too fat, otherwise you're not gonna get enough texture to create the volume. It's not really gonna do a whole lot, but you don't have to like be super particular of taking really super clean sections. It's not like styling. So we've just done these 2 sections, then we're just gonna pull our hair down, go back to our part, and you've got that volume in there now, and that volume is not gonna go away, okay? Obviously there are ways to create even more volume, but if your primary concern is to hide the volume that you create with this thing, I can go like this, and you're really not gonna see it. If I flip my hair over like this and expose that part of my root, then you're gonna see it a little bit there. But because we only did it right at the root, it also doesn't even look that bad. It's not that noticeable. If you don't create too much, then you really don't need to worry. You're really not gonna see it. It's really not a concern. Plus, even if people can see it, who cares? Who cares if people can tell that you add a little texture to your hair? To me, it's the same as adding curls. People know that you don't naturally have curly hair and that you've used a tool to enhance the hair. So what's the difference if, a little bit of the texture from this peeks out? Really not a big deal. We're way too hard on ourselves. I hope that helps. I hope that you give the Voloom a try. I will add my link for this in the comments and description if you want to go check it out. Mine is the Voloom Rootie, which is, I believe, the smaller one, which works really well for my hair. A bigger one might be good if you have thicker hair or if your hair is really long, but the small one like this is actually great for my hair type. And I'm not kidding you when I say that little bit of volume that this gave, it does not go away. That texture stays in my hair all day. I don't even add, I do have stronghold volume mousse that I blow dried into my hair before we did this, but I don't even need to add anything else. I mean, you could add some texture powder and whatnot to really lock in and accentuate that volume. And you could, of course, like I said, add more texture, but it just lasts. It just lasts. It lasts better than any product. It lasts better than teasing, and it doesn't damage your hair as much as teasing has the potential to if you do it wrong. So love this thing. It's a great tool, and in my opinion, something that every thin or fine-haired girly should use if you like to get volume in your hair. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope that gives you a little bit more insight into trying out this type of tool if you've been thinking about it, but you're scared of the texture that it creates and how that will look in your hair. So hopefully this gives you an idea. Once again, let me show you really quick what it looks like close up. Not bad, not bad. And again, you will get more volume if you add even more, but if you've just added that root, I think no one's even gonna notice. No one can even tell. And then you just get that little pop of volume, and it just makes you feel so much better about your hair not being totally flat and plastered to your head. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. Like and subscribe because you know it really helps out my channel and really helps me grow here on DIY Hair School. See you next time.